Hey everyone, my name is Sam. I'm with Morph Acoustic and I'm here to show off the Intervallic sequencer. It's a new release that we're putting out. It's our first module that's going to hit the market along with the random subdivider, but today we're going to focus on the Intervallic. I'm going to first give like a basic rundown and then go into just kind of a basic riff patch and talk about that. The difference between the Intervallic and a regular sequencer is instead of choosing every note, you set a start and end point, which is where the sequence starts and ends, and then an interval by like a musical interval of how it steps from one start point to the end point. And you use a trigger in to step the sequencer. So now I'm gonna start, and we got like a basic Euclidean pattern that's triggering it, and the most important control is the interval knob, and the interval right now is at the bottom, which is your unison, so that's why you're hearing just a repeated note. Now I'm gonna bring down the start point, and then I'm gonna set the interval to a second. You see it climbs up. When it gets to the end point, which is middle C, if there's a detent on that, that light flashes. That's important because you have a gate out that you can take advantage of right when that light flashes and sequence also other modules and trigger other sequencers using that. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So as you go up, you're now changing to thirds, fourths, and fifths, sixth, and seventh, all the way up. And it's basically two quantizations. You have diatonic, which is on now, and then you have chromatic. So chromatic will be all 12 intervals. Diatonic is the white notes. So now there's all your chromatic intervals. My favorite, the tritone, right there in the middle. Beautiful. So like obviously if you have a tritone, like that, you get a diminished chord. Okay, if you have a major third, you get an augmented. You do a second, you get a whole note scale. So it's a total new way of choosing melodies, and you can CV the interval. Before I do that though, I want to show the root. The root is basically transposing within the scale. So if you're on diatonic, you bring up the root. Now your bottom note is a second higher, and so on. And this is really good for transposing within the scale. So now I'm going to lower this, get it down here again. I put it on the unison. So here we go again with the intervals. Now two other features you have pendulum, which means when it goes up, it just comes back. And then you got invert. Invert is really cool. It'll choose the inverse of that interval. So I'm going to make the span a little bit larger. So it went up in seconds and popped down with a seventh, which is the inverse. Or is that a, yeah. There you got fourths and fifths. This is a really nice one, right here. So the interval is CV-able right there. I'm going to put in a LFO from my octa controller, and now the interval's changing, and you're getting new generative type melodies happening. Here we go into chromatic. And it's really essential to just play this thing, you know, bring it down here, and you're in the bass zone. Sweep up. Now you got woodwinds. So the melodies can be very predictable, can be right under your fingers, or you can start sieving. You can CV the start and end points. and you can CV the reset, so you can choose different time signatures about, like, when you give it a gate, it'll go right back to the one. I'm not going to do all of those in this video, but just a basic riff rundown. And I'm going to let it play for a while and then see how the video is. Alright, thanks for checking out the Intervallic by Morphacoustic. Check out the website, morphacoustic.com. You can order them there. You can find them in all the modular stores. It's going to be out soon. Thanks for checking it out. Have a good one.